I am here. Receive this moment as a direct call from my heart to yours. Take a deep breath. Allow this silent moment to be the beginning of something new within you. I brought you here for a reason. This is not just another message. This is a divine summons. An awakening. A breath of my spirit over everything that seemed stagnant in your life. I saw your cry. I heard your silent prayers. And now, the time for response has come. You have felt in your spirit that something is about to happen. He has felt a different restlessness, a tightness in his heart mixed with hope. It's no coincidence. It's the foreshadowing of what I'm about to release. Today, I am opening the heavens over your life. The invisible will begin to become visible. The promises that seemed forgotten will begin to breathe again. There is a movement happening right now, and it starts within you. I want you to pay attention to every word I say to you right now. None of them are in vain. It's all part of the plan I'm carrying out in you. There are days when you feel like you are alone, like you are praying to a silent sky. But the sky was never silent. I was working. Behind the scenes. Where the eyes do not see, but where my hand acts with power. You cried. You cried out. You waited. And now, I say, get ready. The answer is on the way. And it will be bigger than you imagine. You will not be embarrassed. What you thought you lost will be restored twice as much. You didn't come this far to see everything go wrong. I support you with my strong hand. I hold you when you think you have no more strength. And now I lift you up, to a new time, to a new season. Can you feel it? This is not just a passing emotion. It is the movement of my spirit touching your heart. It's confirmation that I'm here. Like you. In you. For you. Nothing and no one can stop what I'm about to do. I am the God who opens doors where there are no walls. I am the one who gives rise to rivers in the desert and hope where there was only pain. Stay with me. Don't get distracted. Don't allow anything to take you away from this word. There is an anointing released upon you right now. An atmosphere of change, renewal, restoration. I want you to declare your faith with courage. I want you to activate the supernatural in your life through a simple but powerful act. Comment now, I receive, and let this declaration be the seal of your faith in this prophetic moment. This attitude is not just a comment. It's one step. It's an answer. It's you saying, I believe this word is for me. And she is. This word is yours. This promise has your name. You didn't get here by chance. The time for doubt is over. Now is the time for certainty. Time to trust. Time to move forward. Remember the times you wondered if I had forgotten you? When everything seemed to stand still, as if nothing was going to change. I was there. I was never absent. I was silent for a while, but I never stopped seeing you. Every tear that fell was collected. Every thought of giving up was intercepted by my mercy. I know every detail of your pain. And today, I declare, enough is enough. The time of stagnation is ending. Listen carefully. You are being spiritually repositioned. I'm taking you out of waiting for fulfillment. From the desert to the promised land. What was once anguish will be transformed into song. What was once fear will be taken for peace. You will see the impossible become reality before your eyes. Because I am faithful. Because my word does not fail. Because my promise is alive over you. And as you listen to this message, my spirit is already working around you. I'm sending resources, opening doors, touching hearts, moving structures. Everything in your favor. For the glory of my name. Nothing can stop what I have determined. The enemy tried to silence your faith, but it is now being rekindled. The fire of hope is lighting up inside you again. Take a deep breath once more. You are on holy ground. The sky is about to open up on you like never before. And this is just the first part of what I'm about to accomplish. Don't leave here. Keep listening. What comes next will touch even deeper parts of your heart. Have you noticed that in the last few days something different has been happening to you? That insomnia that seemed common, that feeling of restlessness in your chest, the thoughts that wouldn't leave you alone at night. All of this carries a spiritual meaning much greater than you imagine. I allowed these small disturbances not to oppress you, but to warn you, the time of fulfillment is closer than you think. What seemed like just agitation of the soul was actually the movement of my spirit preparing ground within you. You are not here by chance. This message has come to you because there is something being released into your life right now. There are promises that were locked in the spiritual world and are now being unlocked. Things that you prayed for months, years ago, and that seemed forgotten, are resurfacing, not because time has passed, but because the right time has arrived. I am the Lord of time. I am the one who doesn't delay, who doesn't fail, who works even when you don't see it. Start noticing the signs. The sudden tears, the memories that come out of nowhere, the small voice inside you telling you that something is about to change, it's all part of the process. I am generating a new time. And this time brings with it what you cried out for so much: provision, direction, rest and transformation. You thought you were just surviving, but now you're going to start living. The financial miracle you have been praying for so fervently is being lined up. Even if your eyes still see scarcity, I'm moving people, touching hearts, generating opportunities and strategies that will surprise you. I will open doors you didn't even know existed. I will make resources arrive where you least expect them. Because you don't depend on the system, you don't depend on the world, you depend on me, and I am your Father. And as a father, I provide. I take care. I multiply the little and transform it into abundance. You have trusted even without understanding. You have continued even though you are tired. And that is exactly why now is the time for me to act in your favor. My movement will no longer be invisible. I will surprise you with evidence. You will look around and you will realize, God did this. The answers that seemed distant will begin to manifest themselves clearly. What was locked will be unlocked. What was impossible will be released. Don't allow anything to distract you right now. Do not allow any contrary voice, any doubt, any agitation to take you away from this presence. I am here. I'm operating now. As you listen, something is already organizing in your favor. The enemy knows this, and that is why he has tried to sow confusion, haste, anxiety, fear. But nothing will stop what I started. No human interference can frustrate my plan. You are not in the hands of circumstances. You are in my hands. Everything you have experienced up until now has served to prepare you. The tears, the losses, the closed doors, the sleepless nights. All of this shaped you, made you stronger, more sensitive, more connected to my voice. And it is this sensitivity that now allows you to realize that something is changing. It's not an impression. It's revelation. It's an answer. It's the new being activated in you. There is something big being released about your home, your family, your health, your emotional life and especially your finances. I didn't just hear your prayer, I leaned into it. And it pleases me to see your faith. It pleases me to see your delivery. You are not invisible to me. I see you. I know you. I love you with a love that never fails. Do you feel that heat in your chest? That urge to cry for no reason? This is my presence touching you. It is heaven's confirmation for you. It is the seal of the promise activating within your spirit. It's the new cycle starting now, at the exact moment you choose to believe. Your faith will not be in vain. Your effort will not be wasted. I am the one who rewards those who seek me with all their heart. Now, I want you to be an instrument of my movement. Just as you were reached, other lives also need to be touched by this word. Share this message with someone you love, and be the answer someone has been waiting for. Don't keep it to yourself. Releasing this word is activating even more what I am doing in your life. Heaven moves when you plant seeds of faith. And whatever you sow now, you will reap multiplied. Stay tuned, because confirmation of what you are hearing will come in the next few hours. A clear signal will be released. A small but unmistakable detail. When it happens, you will know, it is God. And it will be just the beginning. Because what I'm doing to you is bigger than you can imagine. Keep listening. What is to come will further deepen the work I have just begun. You are within a spiritual atmosphere where the promises are being reactivated. There is something different around you right now. It's not just words that touch the heart, it's my spirit moving toward what you need most. Everything that seemed stagnant is starting to come to life again. The seeds you planted with tears and faith are about to blossom. Don't ignore that feeling that something is transforming, because that's exactly what's happening. I am transforming your atmosphere. You are not just listening to a message. It is being visited. Visited by my promise, by my voice, by my presence. Each sentence you hear carries a portion of what I prepared for this time in your life. Nothing is being said by chance. I am intentional. And everything I do is perfect, even when you still don't understand. This visitation is not just any emotion. It is a spiritual activation. It is the fulfillment of prayers that seemed forgotten. Start to notice, your mind is clearing, your heart is lighter, and a peace that you can't even explain is spreading within you. That's the sign that I'm here. I am touching your emotions, restoring your vision, clearing your thoughts and steadying your feet. Your reality is being enveloped by my presence. I am dispelling the darkness, bringing light, order and hope. Even if you don't understand everything right away, know that what I started now will never be stopped. I am healing areas of your life that you had previously left aside. Those dreams that you buried out of fear or disappointment are being resurrected. The voice that convinced you it wasn't possible is now being silenced. You were not created to survive on emotional or financial crumbs. You were created to walk in fullness, in peace, in abundance, and with a heart full of hope. And that's what I'm restoring today. There are promises that you forgot, but I didn't forget. There are requests that you made in tears in the silence of your room, that perhaps no one knew, but I heard. And the answer to many of them starts here, right now. So don't allow yourself to leave my presence now. There is an atmosphere of glory surrounding this environment. This video is an extension of what I'm doing. It's more than a screen. It's an altar between you and me. A sacred space where my voice meets your thirsty spirit. You have been walking tiredly, thinking that perhaps time has passed, that perhaps you missed your chance, that others were chosen and you were not. But I come to tell you with authority, your time has come. This is the time I prepared. And everything that seemed too distant, too high, too impossible, is now within the reach of your faith. I'm not just comforting you. I am preparing you to receive. Because what comes from heaven requires an open, humble and ready to trust heart. You will no longer walk in the dark. I am lighting your steps. I will bring wisdom to important decisions. I will align relationships, open opportunities, heal memories that still hurt and renew everything that was hurt by the weight. I am the God of new beginnings, and this is yours. I see the traumas you tried to hide, the exhaustion you hide with smiles. But I'm not fooled by appearances. I look straight into the heart. And when I see yours now, I rejoice, because even though you are hurt, you still believe. Even tired, you still search. Even though you were full of questions, you still chose to stay here and listen to my voice. This is faith. And it is because of this faith that today I pour out upon you a new measure of grace and favor. You are not alone. My presence surrounds you. My love sustains you. My promise guides you. And even if the world doesn't notice what's being born inside you now, soon it will be impossible not to see what I'm doing. Your life will be a living testimony of my faithfulness. And I want to invite you. If this word touched your heart, like this video and subscribe to the channel. This is not just a gesture. It's a way of saying, I want to continue receiving everything heaven has for me. Every time you come back here, you come back into my arms. Every message like this is a reminder that I still speak, I still care, I still work miracles. So continue. Stay until the end. I still have a lot to reveal to you. The next step on this journey will touch even deeper layers of your soul. I am building something eternal in you. And that's just the beginning. I saw everything. Every time you cried in silence, every time you lay down trying to hide your pain from the world. I was there. I heard the thoughts you never had the courage to say out loud. I saw the effort that no one applauded, I felt the anguish that you yourself tried to ignore. Not a single tear escaped my eyes. No sigh went unnoticed. No prayer was in vain. Even if you believed for a moment that you were alone, I was never far away. There are things you faced that even you don't fully understand. Moments when everything seemed to stand still, as if the sky had closed on you. But what seemed like silence was, in fact, work. While you waited, I was moving things your eyes couldn't see. While you asked, why, I prepared the for what. No pain was wasted. Each step had a purpose. I didn't allow you to go through all this for nothing. It was strengthening you, shaping you, positioning you. If you knew how many times I carried you when your legs couldn't take it anymore, you would be surprised. I held you up when you thought you were going to fall. I protected you from attacks that you didn't even realize. I preserved you when you no longer knew how to move forward. I didn't abandon you. I hid you for a while. And while you thought you were forgotten, I was working behind the scenes on your story. The nights that seemed endless were filled with my presence. When everything in you screamed to give up, it was my grace that kept you going. You have no idea how far you've come. You look at difficult days as failures, but I see them as steps of growth. Every fall, every struggle, every renunciation, everything has been counted, everything has been seen, everything will be rewarded. Your heart was heavy, I know. And yet, you chose to trust. Even without signs, you decided not to let go of my hand. And it is exactly this faith, this surrender in the dark, that I honor most. What you did when no one was watching is worth more than all the public victories. I saw your integrity behind the scenes. I saw your generosity when you were in need too. I saw you give up what you wanted for the love of me. None of this went unnoticed. And all of this is being remembered right now. You have no idea how much stronger you are today than before. I know it still hurts. I know there are wounds that still open up sometimes. But I also know the strength that was generated within you. And that strength didn't come from yourself. It was placed by me. Every morning that you woke up and decided to continue, even if you didn't feel like it, it was my spirit driving you. With each choice of faith in the midst of doubt, I was there, breathing hope into your thoughts. You are closer to the turnaround than you think. I allowed the process, but not to break you. I allowed it to make you grow. So that when I release what I have prepared, you would be ready to carry it with maturity and wisdom. What comes to you is great. And if I had delivered it sooner, maybe you wouldn't have been prepared. Now you are. You have been tested, and you have not been failed. You were tested, and you remained. And whoever stays with me never loses. Remember the times you thought that was the end? It wasn't the end. It was a restart. It was realignment. It was the exact point where everything would start to make sense later. And that later is closer than ever. I'm picking up the pieces, rebuilding the broken places, restoring everything that seemed lost. What was silent will flourish. What seemed forgotten will be exalted. And everything that was experienced will be part of the testimony that will impact lives. Don't regret the difficult days anymore. Don't despise processes anymore. They are part of the story I wrote with my own hands. A story that is still ongoing, but has a glorious ending. And you are exactly at the point where the turning point begins. The sky continues to watch you, and I continue to lead you. And nothing can stop what I have determined for you. Stay with me. I still have more to reveal to you. You asked for a sign. You cried out sincerely, God, speak to me clearly. Show me that you are still with me. And here is the answer. This message, this word, this presence that surrounds you now, they are no coincidence. It wasn't chance that brought you here. It was my hand. It was a direct response to your request. You wanted something that confirmed that heaven is still standing over your life. So listen carefully, it is. You have not been forgotten. You were not ignored. The time of doubt is being overcome by the time of revelation. I saw you trying to hide your discouragement, trying to keep believing even when it seemed like nothing changed. I saw your faith being tested to the limit. And that's why I'm speaking out now. To show you that I was always here. That even in silence, I was in control. That even without visible signs, I was preparing something bigger than you imagined. This is the moment where the answer comes out of the invisible and begins to take shape. There are things you asked for, prayed for, fasted for, wrote in notebooks, whispered before going to sleep. I heard them all. And the waiting time was not a denial. It was preparation. I was lining up details. Touching hearts. Tearing down walls. And now, I say, the first evidence is coming. They will emerge in small details. A gesture, a connection, an idea, an opportunity. When it happens, you will know. Because your spirit will testify, it is God. I brought you here because your faith is ready to move in another direction. A deeper, firmer, more supernatural direction. Now is the time to act like someone who believes. To walk like someone who has already received it. Declare it as someone who already has it. Doubt can no longer have space. Insecurity does not match the promise being released upon you. I called you to believe. To trust until the end. To live as a son, as an heir, as someone who knows who he is and who he belongs to. You asked for a financial change, and it is underway. I am breaking cycles of scarcity that have lasted generations. I am interrupting spiritual repetitions that impeded advancement. I am clearing the path for you to thrive with freedom and purpose. Not just with resources, but with wisdom. Because I don't just want to give you blessings, I want to teach you how to manage them with excellence. Don't underestimate what I'm doing. Don't think you are too small, too slow, or too far away. Your mind cannot measure what my power is operating. Therefore, I invite you to just believe. To stay strong. To keep your eyes on me and not on the circumstances. Trusting that everything has already started, even if the fruits have not yet appeared. They will come. Because the seed was planted. And I am the Lord of the harvest. I know your most secret requests. I know how much you have wanted something new to begin. And this is the beginning. This is the moment. So I want you to mark this day. May you remember this word. May you record this confirmation in your heart. If you understand that this message is the sign you asked for, comment now. 7777. This number represents fulfillment. Represents spiritual perfection. It represents that what began will be completed. This comment is not just a symbolic gesture. It's an act of faith. It's you saying to heaven, I receive. I believe. I recognize that this word is for me. And the sky moves in response to faith. Angels move in response to obedience. The miracle is activated when the heart aligns with the promise. There are people who will see their lives change and not understand how. And you will say, it was God. Because that's what's happening now. A move of God, silent but powerful. Deep, but real. Transformer, even before it was visible. And you will carry it with humility and gratitude. Because I chose you. To live something new. To break with old cycles. To show that my loyalty is still the same. Stay tuned. The signal you asked for has arrived. And that's just the first. There is still more to come. Keep listening. Stay with me. I still have a lot to show you. You thought it was the end. When everything fell apart, when the ground disappeared from beneath your feet, when you could no longer pray like before, you believed you had lost everything. But today I tell you, it was not the end. It was the beginning. The exact point where my hands started acting even more intensely. The place where your strength was exhausted was the place where my grace began to manifest itself. The moment you thought everything was lost was actually the moment my promise began to take shape. The enemy tried to make you believe that I was distant, that I had forgotten you, that there was no way out. But he lied. And now, that lie is being exposed by the light of truth. The truth is that I have always been with you. I've always been by your side. I always knew everything. And even when you didn't feel it, I was acting. Even when you thought about giving up, I was renewing you. Because I am the God who turns endings into beginnings and losses into testimonies. I am the one who makes life sprout on dry land. That calms storms with a single word. That opens doors in places where only walls existed. And that's what I'm doing now. I am opening a new spiritual window on you. A window of faith. A window of possibility. A window that allows you to see beyond limitations. Because whoever sees with natural eyes sees obstacles, but whoever sees with the eyes of faith sees the miracle approaching. You don't need to understand everything. You just need to trust. You need to rest in me. I know the way. I know how to lead you. I know where the resources, the connections, the right people, the exact places are. You don't need to control everything, you just need to give me everything. True faith is not the absence of fear, it is decision. It is to continue believing even though you are trembling. It's moving forward even without knowing what will happen in the next step. And you have done it. And I honor that. This is the time to believe as if you had already received it. It is time to declare with conviction that the promise is alive. The time has come to align your mouth with what the sky is releasing. Stop declaring defeat. Stop feeding doubt. Your words have power. Use them with faith. Use them to attract the fulfillment of what I promised you. Because when your mouth aligns with my heart, extraordinary things happen. You were not called to live on the edge, on the brink of collapse, surviving on broken hope. You are called to live with firm faith, renewed hope, and a confident heart. And that kind of life begins with a choice, the choice to believe. To trust. To declare. To live like someone who has seen it, even if the eyes haven't seen it yet. Because that's how the sky moves. This is how miracles happen. I am exchanging your garment of lamentation for garments of praise. I am lifting the weight of oppression and placing upon you the mantle of lightness. You are leaving the field of waiting and entering the field of manifestation. You are being spiritually repositioned. It is being awakened to purpose. And nothing that has been experienced so far will be wasted. Everything will be used. Everything will make sense. Everything will contribute to the good. And now, I want to invite you to be part of the movement that I am activating right now. Share this message with someone you love. It may be that this person is experiencing exactly what you experienced. You may be at the point of despair, believing that everything is over. And her attitude can be the bridge between her and heaven. Releasing this word is multiplying the impact of what I am doing. And everything that is multiplied in love returns in the form of a miracle. The faith you manifest today will be the harvest you see tomorrow. What you release now will be the seed of transformation for many and also for you. So share. Do it as an act of faith, as an act of obedience, as an act of compassion. And while you extend your hand to someone, I extend my hand over your life. Stay with me. There is still more. And what I'm about to reveal will touch areas you never knew still needed healing. I'm going deeper. Because my love for you is complete. Because my work in you will not be interrupted. It's just beginning. You are no longer the same. Maybe you haven't even realized it yet, but something deep has been transformed within you. What once brought you down, today makes you stronger. What once confused you now matures you. You were shaped by me, carefully. Every trial he faced, every silence he endured, every door that closed, it was all part of an intentional process. It wasn't punishment. It was preparation. It wasn't abandonment. It was stoning. I am the potter, and you are the vessel in my hands. And every vessel of honor passes through fire before it is filled with glory. I allowed the furnace not to destroy you, but to burn what would not serve you in the new time. The tears you shed purified your insides. The losses you faced made room for that which is eternal. The pain that seemed to weaken you actually strengthened you in ways you will still understand. I removed what was loose. I cut off what was excess. I aligned what was out of place. Not because you were unworthy, but because you are too precious to be left as you were. Gold needs fire to reveal its shine. And you had to go through what you went through to discover the strength I put inside. Now, you carry marks that are scars of overcoming. And each of them will be a testimony to what I did in you. You asked for answers. And I gave you growth. You asked for solutions. And I gave you wisdom. You asked to come out of the storm. And I taught you to walk on water. The faith you carry today is different. It was built with perseverance, with tears, with faith when everything seemed contrary. And that makes me happy. Because your heart was tested, and it stood firm. Even though you were hurt, you chose to trust. And that is precious to me. You are ready to live the new. Now, you will understand why so many paths had to close. Why so many things you wanted didn't happen. It was me protecting you. It was me preparing you for something better. What is coming is bigger than what you thought you had lost. The waiting time was not wasted time. It was a seed sown in fertile soil. And now it's time to harvest. I took you from the status of a survivor and raised you up as one who carries spiritual authority. Your voice has weight. Your faith has roots. Your heart is more sensitive to my presence. And that is worth more than any earthly achievement. Because now, when I release what I have prepared, you will know how to use it. You will know how to take care of it. You will know how to stay. Because now you know who you are in me. The enemy tried to erase his identity. He tried to convince you that you were weak, incapable, forgotten. But today you know, you are chosen. You are strong. You are guarded. And nothing can erase what was shaped by pain and established by faith. What I am building in you will not be shaken. Because it is founded on rock. It is established in me. And I don't change. Now it's time to take a deep breath and look ahead. The worst is over. The learning remains. The presence continues. And the promise is approaching. I am leading you safely, as a father who knows the way. You don't need to fear what comes. Because whoever went through the fire and remained in faith is ready to carry the glory. And if you understand that this is your time, like this video and subscribe to the channel. This is not just a click. It is a spiritual sign. It's you saying, I receive what God is releasing. Each time you come back here, you come back to the center of my will. And that's exactly where I want to keep you, aligned, firm, confident, prepared. The harvest is approaching. Promises are being activated. And I still have more to spill on you. Stay with me. The next word will confirm what you are already starting to feel inside. For I am faithful to complete every good work I have begun. And I'm far from finished. Do you remember the story of Joseph? That young man with big dreams, but who saw his life turned upside down. He was betrayed by his own brothers, thrown into a pit, sold as a slave, accused unjustly, arrested for no reason. Everything around him seemed to contradict the promises he carried in his heart. But still, he remained. Even surrounded by injustice, Jose did not lose his faith. Even in prison, he still believed. Even forgotten by men, he knew he hadn't been forgotten by me. You may be feeling like him. Confused. Wrongful. Surrounded by situations that do not reflect the dreams I placed in your heart. You look around and seem to see no way out. But I want you to understand something profound. Jose was at the center of my plan even when everything seemed to go wrong. Each fall was a step closer to the promise. Each humiliation was part of the path to exaltation. Each silence was a silent construction of my glory. That's how it has been with you too. People may not understand your journey. Many may have judged you by what they saw, but they don't know what you carry inside. They don't know the dreams I gave you. They didn't hear the promises I released over their lives. And everything that looks like a delay is actually an alignment. Everything that seems like punishment is part of refinement. I'm shaping you into something great. And where you are today is not your final destination. It's just part of the route. You, like Jose, were separated to live something greater. But before you get there, you must pass through seasons that test your faith, that strengthen your character, that reveal who you are when no one is watching. It's easy to believe when everything is going well. But it is in the prisons of life that true faith reveals itself. And you have revealed this faith. You've kept your eyes on me even when everything around said give up. You have been faithful behind the scenes. And that is why I will also remain faithful to you. Jose didn't arrive at the palace by luck. He arrived because he stood firm. Because even in the midst of chaos, he did not lose his vision. Even in prison, he continued to interpret dreams. He used his gifts even without recognition. And this silent fidelity attracted the sky. That's how it is with you too. I saw when you blessed people even in need. I saw when you prayed for others even while carrying your own pain. I saw when you helped in silence, forgave without recognition, waited without answers. All of this has eternal value. The pains you experienced didn't break you, they prepared you. Losses didn't diminish you, they strengthened you. The weights didn't slow you down, they matured you. I know what I'm doing. And the same God who took Joseph out of prison and placed him as governor of Egypt is the same one who is telling you now, I will raise you up. And when I do, it will be quick. It will be public. And no one can say it wasn't me. You don't need to understand every detail along the way. You just need to trust whoever wrote the route. I don't make mistakes in my plans. I don't improvise in my promises. What I said, I will fulfill. Even though it seems distant now, I am bringing you closer every day. Promotion time is approaching. And everything you have experienced will be a powerful testimony. People will be healed by hearing your story. Lives will be restored through what you learned from me in pain. So, look at Jose's trajectory and realize that you are also in a positioning process. Injustice does not have the final say. Abandonment does not determine its value. Prison is not permanent. The promise is still alive. And you are closer to seeing it happen than you think. Keep walking with a firm heart. Keep seeking me sincerely. Keep believing, even when everything says otherwise. Because, just as I did with Joseph, I will do with you. And when it happens, you will understand the reason for every tear, every silence, every no. Because all of this was part of the preparation for what is coming. And what's coming is much bigger than anything you've ever experienced so far. I'm with you. And I won't stop until I fulfill everything I promised. Nothing you lived was lost. No prayer, no gesture of faith, no silent renunciation went unnoticed. What seemed buried was actually being nourished. In secret, I was taking care of the seed. And even when the ground seemed hard, Even when the days were long and the fruits didn't appear, I was there. Watering with grace, protecting with love, waiting for the right time to break through. And that time has come. The seed is about to burst. What you thought was dead, I preserved. What you thought you lost, I was just saving for the right time. And the time is now. You can't see everything that is happening beneath the earth, but there is a profound spiritual movement underway. Your faithfulness in the midst of silence is bearing fruit. Your perseverance through pain is being rewarded. Heaven never left you alone. He never stopped investing in you. Each tear was like rain on the seed. Each step of obedience was like a light that warms and strengthens growth. And even when you thought about giving up, I put strength in your feet. I kept you standing when everything said it was time to stop. And now, you are about to experience what for so long seemed too far away. The promises you almost forgot are coming back to the surface. The words I released upon your life were not annulled. They are alive. They are intact. And they are about to be fulfilled. You will see doors opening. You will see paths being prepared. You will see connections being restored, ideas emerging, opportunities being born. And all of this will not be by chance, it will be fulfillment. It will be an answer. It will be harvest. You may not have seen progress on the outside for a while, but on the inside, I was strengthening your roots. And now, because you were faithful in waiting, you are being prepared to bear fruit abundantly. I will put you in positions that previously seemed unattainable. I'll take you places you couldn't go alone. Because exaltation will not come through human merits, but through my favor. Today marks a spiritual watershed. Today, your story begins to change. Today, what was stuck starts to flow. What was dark begins to lighten. You will realize that the change is not just in the surrounding environment, but mainly within you. Your heart will beat lighter. Your mind will see more clearly. Your faith will be raised to a new level. Because you decided to continue. Because you didn't give up. You will look back and understand that even the silent moments were taken care of. Even periods of no responses were protection. And now, you will live in days when the heavens will be open, and the harvest will come in force. What you sowed with faith will blossom with grace. What you watered with tears will bloom with joy. Because I am the Lord of your story, and I will make you prosper. Don't look back on the failed attempts of the past. The time is new. The season is different. And what I'm doing now is totally different. You won't need to put in the same effort. Because now it's a favor. It's acceleration. It is a door that opens without human effort. And when it happens, you'll know, it was God. Only God could do it like this. Your part is to continue trusting. Keep believing. Keep seeking me sincerely. My part is to do the impossible. And I'm doing it. Don't wait any longer for the ideal moment. The time is now. And you are already in the right place, at the right time, receiving the right word. If this message confirmed what you are feeling, enjoy this video. This attitude seals what is being released. It's like saying, I take over. It's a simple step, but full of meaning. Every time you step up in faith, heaven moves toward you. And now, he's already on the move. Stay alert. I still have more to release. And what comes next will be even deeper. Because the seed has ruptured, but the fruit is yet to come. And it will be abundant. I promise you. And what I promise, I keep. You've been carrying a weight on your chest that doesn't seem to ease. The thoughts don't stop. The nights have been long. And even the quiet moments feel noisy inside. I see. I know. I know what no one else sees. Anxiety has been trying to steal your peace, your clarity, your hope. There are days when fear grips you so much that you can barely breathe. But today, I come as your Father, as your refuge, as your peace. And I declare, anxiety will lose its power over you. You were not created to live on the brink of collapse. He was not called to live on constant alert. I called you to rest in me. To trust that even when you don't see, I am acting. Anxiety feeds on control. But peace is born from surrender. Therefore, I invite you to hand over to me everything that has been keeping you up at night, everything that has stolen your peace of mind, everything that you cannot resolve on your own. Worries were not made for you to carry. I am the one who invites you, cast all anxiety on me, for I care for you. This care is real. It's present. It's constant. I never stopped being with you, even when everything seemed out of place. And now, I am pouring upon you a peace that goes beyond logic, a peace that does not depend on circumstances, a peace that guards the mind and the heart. Your soul thirsts for rest. And that's exactly what I'm offering now. A rest that is not an escape, but a refuge. A rest that is not denial, but trust. Because while you rest, I work. While you let go, I'll solve it. While you deliver, I act. My peace is not fragile. She doesn't break down in the face of bad news, the pressures of the world, the challenges of life. My peace is firm. Unshakable. Complete. You no longer have to pretend that everything is fine. You can be vulnerable in front of me. You can tell me what no one knows. It can spill everything that's in there. Because I understand. I welcome. I don't judge you for feeling. I hug you for still feeling it. I strengthen you when everything seems out of control. And now, I want you to take a deep breath and receive. Receive this peace. Receive this presence. Receive the rest that comes from above. You are not losing control, you are being led by someone who has control of everything. And that someone is me. The creator of the universe. He who sustains all things. The one who knows exactly what you need before you even say it. And I tell you now, fear not. I'm with you. I am your shelter. I am your rock. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can separate you from my care. Philippians 4 verse 7 says, "And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." This is not just a distant promise. It is present reality. This peace is now being released into your life. You are entering where fear was hiding. It's healing where anxiety had already hurt. It is cleaning the areas contaminated by constant worry. Feel the lightness. Notice the relief. I'm doing it now. And I want you to become a channel of that peace. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. There are people close to you who are also tired, suffocated, feeling like they can't handle it. And one word might be what they've been waiting for. Be that instrument. Release that peace. Spread this care. Because as you sow relief, you reap more of my presence. You will no longer live under pressure. You will live under protection. You will walk lightly. You will breathe freely. You will wake up without the weight of doubt. Because I am renewing you. I am restoring your balance. I am leading you into a new season of serenity. The storm is passing. And the bonanza is coming. Stay here with me. There is still more to be released. There are still deeper waters for you to dive into. And in that dive, your soul will rest completely. You tried to control everything for so long. He planned, made an effort, sought all possible solutions. And yet, things got out of control. And I allowed it. Not to embarrass you, but to teach you. To show you that there is a much lighter, much deeper, much safer life, when you choose to trust. Trusting is not giving up. To trust is to deliver with faith. It's knowing that even when you don't see the route, I'm still holding the helm. You are on the boat. But I'm the one in charge of the direction. Even when the waves rise, even when the wind seems too strong, I keep steering. The storm may be scary, but it doesn't change destiny. Fear may scream, but it does not silence my voice. I keep saying, fear not. I am here. And that presence is all you need to cross this sea. You don't need to understand why everything is done. You just need to remember who is with you. The God who opens the sea is the same one who is at your side now. And if necessary, I'll open it again. If necessary, I will calm the storm. If necessary, I will make you walk on water. Because nothing is stronger than my presence. Nothing is safer than my direction. You've been praying for miracles, but the greatest miracles happen when you learn to trust. It is not at the moment when everything is resolved, but at the moment when you rest even without having resolved it. That's where the sky moves most intensely. Because the faith that trusts without seeing is what brings me the most joy. Trust is the soil where I plant the greatest fruits. And today, I invite you to plant confidence. Living like someone who knows they are in the right hands. You weren't made to carry everything alone. The weight you feel is not yours. You took it on because you thought you needed to handle everything. But now, I release you from this. Because whoever walks with me walks lightly. Those who trust me don't need to worry about every detail. I take care of the details. I anticipate problems. I prepare exits before you even knew there would be an entrance. There are doors that are being opened while you just breathe and decide to trust. There are answers that are being lined up because your heart is yielding to mine. There is healing, direction, and provision coming, not because you are forcing it, but because you are resting. Rest is not passivity. It is mature faith. It is knowing that I am God. And when you hand it over to me, I take over. And I want to remind you, you are not late. You haven't lost anything. Time is under my control. I can restore what was lost, accelerate what is stuck, multiply what was little. But it all starts with one act, trust. Let me drive. Let me be your guide. Stop looking at the winds. Look at me. I am the same God who promised you. And I haven't changed. You will breathe more easily. You will make decisions with more clarity. You will live with more peace. Because when the soul trusts, the body rests. When the heart surrenders, the mind aligns. And this alignment is happening now. I'm putting your life in order. I'm repositioning you. I am making you stronger. You will not be embarrassed. You will be surprised. And if this message has found your heart and you want to continue listening to what heaven has to release, subscribe to the channel now. This is not just about content. It's about connection. Each time you return, you align more with my voice. Each word is a seed. And seeds bear fruit. Fruits of peace, faith, direction. You are on the right path. And I'm walking with you. Don't doubt what I'm building. Don't look back. Don't question every step. Just trust. And you will see miracles where there was only doubt. It's not over yet. The best is yet to come. And you are about to experience what I prepared from the beginning. Stay with me. The next part will touch on what still needs to be restored. I'm here, and I won't leave your side. The faith that moves heaven is not the one that shouts the loudest. Not even the one who knows all the verses by heart. It is not the faith of the strong, of those who never doubt, nor of those who appear to have everything under control. The faith that moves heaven is the faith that remains even when everything seems contrary. It is faith that cries, but continues. Who doesn't understand, but trusts. Who feels afraid, but chooses to follow. It is this faith, small in the human eye, but huge in my eyes, that I honor. You may feel that your faith is weak because you sometimes feel tired, down, or confused. But I tell you, she is precious. Because you're still here. You're still hearing my voice. It's still feeding on my presence. And that already makes me happy. Faith is not the absence of feelings. It's a daily choice. It's opening your eyes and saying, I don't see yet, but I believe. It's getting up even without strength and declaring, God is still good. I'm not expecting perfection from you. I'm waiting for delivery. A willing heart is worth more than memorized words. A surrendered soul is worth more than 1,000 untrue statements. What I see is what's inside. I see the internal struggle, the daily battle, the choice not to give up. And that's what moves my heart. Because while you remain, even staggering, I am steadying your steps. I'm being your base. I am supporting your structure. You have been facing days when everything seems confusing, when your thoughts get confused, when your emotions fluctuate. But even these days, you have been searching for me. Even in these phases, he has prayed sincere prayers, albeit short ones. And I receive each one. No prayer was ignored. No tears were in vain. I collect every outcry. I respond to every faith manifested with truth. The release of the promises you have been waiting for is much more linked to the disposition of your heart than to the conditions around you. I don't depend on favorable circumstances. I don't need perfect scenarios to act. I create paths where there are none. I open doors where there were only walls. But before changing everything on the outside, I usually change everything on the inside. Because when you're strong inside, nothing out there can knock you down. And that's what I've done with you. I have built your faith. I have deepened your roots. I have taught you to believe even in the dark, to trust even without certainty, to rest even when everything says otherwise. And now, the time has come to bear fruit. Your faith has been tested, and now it will be rewarded. You will see with your own eyes what I had already prepared long ago. You will witness the impossible becoming real. Not because you did everything right, but because you trusted even when you didn't know what to do. Remember Abraham? He believed against hope. Even when everything said it was too late, he didn't doubt it. And this faith was counted as righteousness. So it will be with you too. You are entering a time where what you believed in the secret will be manifested in the visible. I am the God who fulfills. I am the Lord who honors those who trust. And what I'm about to do in your life will mark your story. Stay strong. Don't stop now. Don't go back. You are not alone. I'm with you. And if I'm with you, nothing can stop you. Even though everything looks the same on the outside, know that it's already different on the inside. Your faith activated something in the heavens. And the sky is moving in your favor. Hang in there. What I'm preparing will be worth every second of waiting. And when it happens, you'll know that everything was exactly as it was supposed to be. Because my plans are perfect. My will is good. And what I promised, I will fulfill myself. You will not be frustrated. You will be surprised. Because that's what I do with those who trust me until the end. And you are one of those. I see. I know. I reward. And I'm not finished yet. Stay here. I still have more to release about you. The alliance I have with you continues to stand. Even when you doubted. Even when you thought about giving up. Even when he thought he was no longer worthy. I never broke what I promised. I never broke the word I released on your life. My loyalty does not depend on your constancy. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. And today, I come to remind you, it's still valid. It's still active. What I said about you still applies. You may have moved away, you may have been silent, you may have felt weak, but none of this nullified what I established. My alliance does not break with time. It crosses seasons, overcomes failures, crosses deserts. Because it was made out of my love, and my love is unwavering. I didn't choose you for your merits. I chose you for who you are to me. And that doesn't change. Your name is still written in the palm of my hand. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 says, I know the plans I have for you, plans for peace and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. These plans have not been cancelled. They are alive. Assets. In process. Even if you don't realize it. Even if you still don't understand how everything will happen. I know. I have the complete map. And I'm guiding you, step by step, toward that future. You've thought about giving up several times. Have you ever questioned whether you really heard my voice? Have you ever wondered if it was all imagination? But today I answer you, it wasn't imagination. It was revelation. It was seed. It was a living word. And it is returning to your heart now as confirmation. Because what is mine is never lost. It may seem dormant, but just one word from me is enough to reignite the fire. And I'm releasing that word now. You are not late. It's exactly in time. Everything that's happened so far has prepared you for what I'm about to do. The falls taught you. The pains shaped you. The breaks matured you. And now, with a more sensitive heart, with a firmer soul, you are ready to move forward. The promise has not changed. But now, you have changed. And therefore, you are ready to receive it completely. Remember the dreams you shelved. Remember the words that seemed too far away. I'm bringing it all back. I'm rearranging everything. Rekindling what you thought had gone out. And when I do that, I do it with excellence. Because I don't bring anything halfway. If I started it, I'll finish it. If I promised, I will fulfill it. If I spoke, I will speak out. And I want you to take a stand now. May you declare that you believe. May you tell heaven, and also yourself, that you are still waiting, trusting, believing. Comment now, I believe in the promise. Make this declaration an act of faith. A reminder to your own soul. A response to what I am activating right now. This comment is not just a sentence. It is a spiritual positioning. It's you saying, I haven't given up. I'm still here. And because you're still here, so am I. Because you didn't let go of my hand, even though I'm tired, I continue to guide you. Because you seek me even with a broken heart, I continue to restore it. The alliance is active. And what is being remade inside you will be the foundation of what will be built outside. Get ready. There is still more. And what is to come carries the signature of my love. Stay with me. I'll still show you what I prepared for you from the beginning. I am bringing a time of harvest upon your life. A time when everything that was planted with tears, with faith, with renunciation, will begin to flourish. You thought you were sowing in the void, but the sky was recording every gesture, every prayer, every choice to remain even when everything screamed to give up. Nothing was in vain. Nothing was lost. Everything is now coming back multiplied. You thought it was just survival, but it was loyalty. You thought you were alone, but it was me watching you, testing your firmness, building your foundation. Now, I say, get ready. Because rain is coming on your seed. An answer comes about your waiting. Provision comes where there was previously scarcity. Peace comes where there was unrest. Reconciliation comes where there was only distance. Renewal comes where there was tiredness. My promise is not just to alleviate. It's overflowing. I am the God of abundance. I am the one who turns tears into laughter, scarcity into abundance, fear into trust. And I will not do little to you. I will do more than you asked. Because I have seen your faithfulness. I saw your generosity even in the midst of struggle. I saw how you chose to sow when your heart was broken. And I'm fair. I am faithful. I don't leave anything unanswered. You will remember this day. You will remember this word. You will remember this exact moment. Because it will mark the beginning of something new. You will begin to see clear signs, doors that open, people that reappear, ideas that flow, resources that arrive, paths that align. And all of this will be just the beginning. Just the first rain. Because what is coming is a season of abundance. Don't be confused by the last few difficult days. Often the greatest darkness comes before the dawn. And you're about to see the sun rise over areas of your life that were cold, sad, and forgotten. I am restoring your joy. I'm returning your lightness. I'm giving you a new perspective. You will no longer be bent over by the weight of worries. You will walk tall, with faith in your eyes and gratitude in your heart. The harvest that is coming is not just material. It's emotional. It's spiritual. It is a time of stability, of clarity, of renewed purpose. You will find yourself again. You will recognize yourself again. You will enjoy the little things. You will dream again, not because something has changed outside, but because something has been restored inside. I am healing you completely. Because my blessing is complete. Don't try to calculate what I'm about to do. Don't try to control what it will be like. Just receive. Just believe. Just prepare your heart to witness. Because many will see what I will do to you. And they'll know it was me. And you won't need to prove anything to anyone. Your own life will be living proof of my actions. Your story will be testimony to my power. Your journey will be an inspiration to many who are today as you were yesterday. If this word touched your heart, enjoy this video now. This is not just a gesture. It's an act of faith. It's you saying, I receive. I own. Every expression of faith is a key that opens doors in heaven. Every simple attitude with true intention moves my heart. And when you respond to my voice, I respond with promises kept. The rain has already started. And it won't stop anytime soon. Stay with me. I still have more to reveal. Because the best is yet to come. And you are ready to live everything I have prepared. This is your harvest season. Famous. Give thanks. And get ready for more. Because I am God of multiplication. And today, I declare, everything you sowed with pain, you will reap with joy. Take a deep breath again. You are standing on sacred ground. Everything you've heard so far wasn't just a message, it was a meeting. A visitation. A realignment between your heart and heaven. Every word was a seed, every promise an answer, every touch of my presence a confirmation that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. There was no error in timing. There was no delay in the plan. What seemed like the end was just the beginning of something extraordinary. You don't leave this moment the same way you entered it. Something inside you has been awakened, ignited, realigned. Hope is alive. Faith was strengthened. Certainty once again pulsed in your chest. And that's just the beginning. What I'm doing to you is ongoing. It doesn't stop when the video ends. It is not limited to an emotional experience. It is something that will extend throughout your days, your decisions, your relationships. Because it's me leading you. You are leaving a time of silence and entering a time of revelation. He is leaving the weight behind and receiving new clothes. You are exchanging fear for confidence. You are assuming a new position in the Spirit. The position of the believer. From those who know they don't walk alone. From someone who recognizes that, no matter how much the winds blow, the helm remains safe in my hands. And everything that was promised will be fulfilled. Not because you deserve it, but because I am faithful. Not because you always got it right, but because you stuck with it. And whoever remains in me bears fruit at the right time. You are being planted by the river. And everything necessary for flourishing, I will provide myself. Be it strength, be it direction, be it provision, I will deliver. At the right time. In the perfect way. Continue cultivating this faith. Feed that hope. Reject every lie that tries to come back to you saying that nothing will change. He is going yes. It's already started. It's already changing. The atmosphere around you is no longer the same. Because you were marked by my presence. And where my presence enters, everything is transformed. I'll keep talking to you in detail. In simple conversations, in passages you read, in subtle signs that only you will understand. Because now we are closer. And I don't intend to walk away. In fact, I want to take you even deeper. Even closer. Even more aligned with my heart. And when you feel like hope is fading, come back to this place. Return to this altar we built together here. Remember again that you were called, chosen, set apart, and loved with eternal love. Nothing will keep you away from what I have prepared. Nothing will stop what I have already started. Take a deep breath. Allow this moment to reach your heart. Because this is just the beginning of something extraordinary. I'm present. As a direct appeal from my heart to yours, accept this moment. Breathe deeply. Give yourself permission to start something new in this quiet time. I have a motive for bringing you here. This isn't your typical message. This is a call from God. I'm waking. My spirit's breath over anything that looked to be stagnating in your life. I witnessed your tears. Your silent prayers reached me. The moment for a reaction has finally arrived. Something is going to happen, you've sensed in your spirit. He has experienced a new kind of restlessness, a constriction in his heart accompanied by optimism. It's not a coincidence. It's an indication of what I'm going to publish. I am opening the sky to your life today. Things that are unseen will start to show. The promises that appeared to have been forgotten will start to breathe once again. You are at the center of a movement that is now taking place. Right now, I want you to listen carefully to what I say. They are all not in vain. All of it is a part of the plan I have for you. On certain days, you may feel isolated and as though you are praying to a quiet sky. The sky, however, was never quiet. I had a job. Behind the scenes. Where my hand moves powerfully but the eyes cannot see. You shed tears. You let out a cry. You waited. Now, prepare yourself, I say. The solution is on its way. It will also be larger than you anticipate. You won't feel ashamed. You will receive twice as much of what you believed you had lost. You haven't traveled this far to witness a complete failure. I hold you up with my powerful hand. When you feel like you have no more strength, I hold you. I now raise you to a new era and a new season. Do you sense it? This is more than a fleeting feeling. Your heart is being touched by the movement of my spirit. It's proof that I'm present. Similar to you. Within you. For you. What I'm going to accomplish cannot be stopped by anything or anybody. Where there are no walls, I am the God who opens doors. Where there was just suffering, I am the one who creates hope and rivers in the desert. Remain with me. Avoid being sidetracked. Nothing should be able to separate you from this word. At this moment, an anointing is unleashed upon you. A spirit of transformation, rejuvenation, and repair. I want you to bravely declare your religion. I want you to do something little yet impactful to bring the supernatural into your life. Now provide a comment that reads, I receive, and let this statement to serve as a testament to your confidence in this prophecy. This mindset is more than a remark. One step at a time. It's a response. I think this word is for me, you remark, and she agrees. You own this term. Your name is on this pledge. You're not here by accident. Doubt is no longer an option. The moment for assurance is now. It's time to have faith. It's time to proceed. Do you recall the times you questioned whether I had forgotten you? When everything appeared to be at a standstill, as though nothing would ever change. I was present. I never missed a day. Even though I stayed quiet for a time, I continued to see you. All the tears that fell were gathered. Every moment of surrender was thwarted by my kindness. I am well aware of your suffering. I say today that enough is enough. The period of inaction is coming to an end. Pay close attention. You are undergoing a spiritual realignment. You may stop hoping for satisfaction because of me. To the promised land from the desert. It will turn what was once pain into music. Peace will replace what was once terror. Before your eyes, the impossibly conceivable will become a reality. Since I am dependable. Because I always keep my word. Because you are the living embodiment of my commitment. And my spirit is already at work in your life as you hear this message. I'm shifting structures, touching hearts, opening doors, and providing resources. Everything is on your side. For the sake of my honor. Nothing can reverse what I've decided. Your faith is now being reignited after the enemy attempted to eradicate it. Inside of you, the flame of hope is rekindling. Again, take a big breath. You are at a sacred place. The sky will soon open up to you in a way that has never been seen before. And this is only the beginning of what I have in store for you. Stay here. Continue to listen. Your heart will be touched even more deeply by what follows. Have you noticed that something odd has been occurring to you during the past few days? That seemingly typical sleeplessness, that tense sensation in your chest, the thoughts that wouldn't go away at night. You won't believe the spiritual significance of all of this. I let these little disruptions to serve as a warning that the moment of fulfillment is nearer than you may have imagined, rather than to depress you. What appeared to be merely soul turmoil was actually my spirit's preparation of ground within you. It is no accident that you are here. You are receiving this message because something is now being released into your life. There are promises that are currently being opened after being trapped in the spiritual realm. Not because time has gone, but because the proper moment has come. Things that you prayed for months or years ago and seemed forgotten are coming back to you. Time is ruled by me. I am the one who works even when you can't see it, who doesn't fail, and who never delays. Take note of the indicators. The unexpected recollections, the unexpected emotions, and the inner voice alerting you to an impending shift are all a part of the process. I'm creating a brand new time. And everything you so desperately sought, provision, guidance, relaxation, and transformation, comes with this period. You're going to start living, even if you thought you were simply getting by. You're getting ready for the financial miracle you've been eagerly yearning for. I'm touching hearts, inspiring individuals, and creating tactics and possibilities that will surprise you, even if your eyes still see shortage. I'll open doors you were unaware existed. I'll make resources show up in unexpected places. Because you are dependent on me, your Father, and not on the system or the outside world. And I supply as a father. I'm careful. I turn the little into plenty by multiplying it. Despite your lack of comprehension, you have shown faith. Despite your fatigue, you have persisted. And for that same reason, I should take action on your behalf right now. I will no longer be invisible when I move. I'll give you evidence that will surprise you. The solutions that appeared far away will start to become evident as you look around and realize, God did this. We'll unlock what was locked. The impossible will be made available. Right now, don't let anything divert you. Don't let any opposing voice, uncertainty, or anxiety pull you away from this presence. I'm present. Right now, I'm working. Something is already coming together for you as you listen. The adversary has attempted to foment chaos, haste, worry, and fear because he is aware of this. But what I started will not be stopped by anything. My strategy cannot be thwarted by human intervention. Situations are not in control of you. I have you in my grasp. You have been prepared by all you have gone through thus far. The sobs, the bereavements, the shut doors, the restless nights. You became stronger, more perceptive, and closer to my voice as a result of all of this. You may now recognize that something is changing because of this sensitivity. An impression is not what it is. It is enlightening. It's a response. The new is being triggered within you. Significant information on your family, home, health, emotional life, and most importantly, finances, is being made public. I leaned into your prayer, not simply heard it. And seeing your trust makes me happy. I am pleased to see how you delivered. I don't see you as invisible. I recognize you. You are someone I know. I have an unwavering affection for you. Is the burning in your chest palpable? That unfounded want to cry? This is how I'm affecting you. For you, it is assurance from above. It is the promise's seal becoming active in your soul. Now, at the very instant you decide to believe, the new cycle begins. It won't be a pointless faith. Your work won't be in vain. Those who seek me out with all their hearts will be rewarded by me. I want you to be a tool for my movement now. This word must affect other lives in the same way that it touched yours. Give this message to a loved one and be the solution they've been looking for. Share it with others. By letting go of this term, I'm intensifying my influence in your life. When you sow the seeds of faith, heaven moves. And you will harvest many times what you sow today. In the next hours, you will receive confirmation of what you are hearing, so stay tuned. There will be a clear signal. A minor yet distinct feature. You will know, it is God, when it occurs, and it will only be the beginning. Because you have no idea how huge what I'm doing to you is. Continue to listen. The work I have just started will be further developed by what comes next. The promises are being revived in the spiritual environment you are in. Right now, something is different around you. It's my spirit guiding you toward what you need most, not simply words that speak to your emotions. Everything that appeared to be stationary is beginning to come back to life. The seeds that you sowed with faith and sorrow are ready to sprout. Don't disregard the sensation that something is changing. That's precisely what's taking place. I am changing the mood in your place. You're not merely hearing a message. Someone is going to visit it. Visited by my voice, my presence, and my promise. Part of what I prepared for this moment in your life is contained in every statement you hear. It's not a random statement. I'm deliberate. And even when you still don't get it, everything I do is flawless. There is more to this encounter than meets the eye. It's an awakening of the spirit. The thing that seemed to be forgotten is the answer to prayers. You'll realize that your heart is lighter, your mind is clearing, and a sense of inexplicable calm is growing within of you. That's a clue that I'm present. I'm stabilizing your feet, calming your mind, restoring your vision, and touching your emotions. My presence is engulfing your existence. I am removing the darkness and introducing hope, order, and light. You may not fully comprehend everything at first, but know that what I have begun will never be halted. Areas of your life that you have previously neglected are being restored by me. Your dreams that you put aside because you were afraid or disappointed are coming back to life. They're silencing the voice that told you it couldn't be done. You weren't made to live off of cash or emotional scraps. You were made to walk in plenty, serenity, fullness, and with a hopeful heart. And today, I'm repairing that. You may have forgotten some commitments, but I didn't. Perhaps no one was aware of the wishes you made in the quiet of your chamber while crying, but I did hear them. And the solution to a lot of them begins here, at this very now. Thus, do not let yourself to depart from my presence at this time. Around this place, there is a sense of perfection. What I'm doing is expanded upon in this video. It is not just a screen. Between you and me, it's an altar. A hallowed place where your thirsty soul meets mine. You've been strolling wearily, wondering whether time has gone by, if you lost your opportunity, or if someone else was selected and you weren't. However, I have the power to inform you that the time has come for you. This is when I got ready. And now your faith may reach anything that previously seemed too far away, too lofty, or too unattainable. I'm doing more than simply consoling you. I'm getting you ready to receive. Because everything that comes from heaven needs a heart that is open, modest, and willing to trust. You won't have to stroll in the dark anymore. Your steps are being illuminated by me. I'll provide my insight to significant choices. I'll mend memories that still ache, align relationships, provide possibilities, and restore all that the delay damaged. This is yours, and I am the God of fresh starts. I can see the traumas you have attempted to conceal and the weariness you cover up with smiles. However, I'm not deceived by looks. I gaze directly into the heart. And I'm happy to see yours today because, despite your pain, you continue to believe. You seek even when you're exhausted. You stayed here and listened to my voice despite your incessant questioning. Faith is this. And I am bestowing upon you a fresh amount of kindness and favor today because of this faith. You're not by yourself. You are surrounded by me. You are sustained by my affection. You follow my commitment. And it will soon be difficult to ignore what I'm doing, even if the outside world doesn't notice what's emerging inside of you right now. Your life will serve as a live example of my loyalty. I'd also want to invite you. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel if this word resonated with you. It's more than simply a gesture. It's a way of saying, I want to keep getting everything heaven has for me. You return to my arms each time you visit. Each communication such as this serves as a reminder that I continue to communicate, care, and perform miracles. So go ahead. Hold on to the very end. I have a lot more to tell you. Your soul will be touched on even deeper levels by the next phase in this journey. I'm creating something timeless in you. And that's only the start. I witnessed everything. Every time you laid down and tried to conceal your suffering from the public, or every time you sobbed in private. I was present. The sentiments you never dared to voice out were heard by me. I witnessed the effort that went unnoticed, and I sensed the suffering that you attempted to conceal. My eyes did not shed a tear. No sigh was overlooked. No prayer went unanswered. I was never far away, even if you briefly thought you were alone. Even you don't entirely grasp some of the things you've experienced. There were times when it felt like the sky had closed in on you and everything was still. However, what appeared to be quiet was actually work. I was moving things your eyes couldn't see as you waited. As you inquired, why? I got the "for what" ready. No suffering was in vain. Every action had a goal. I didn't let all of this happen to you in vain. You were being positioned, shaped, and strengthened by it. You would be shocked to learn how many times I carried you when your legs were no longer able to support you. When you felt you were about to fall, I kept you upright. I shielded you from assaults you were unaware of. When you were at a loss for how to proceed, I kept you alive. I never left you. For a time, I kept you hidden. And I was working on your narrative behind the scenes when you believed you had been forgotten. I was present during the seemingly interminable evenings. It was my grace that kept you going when everything inside of you cried out to quit. How far you've come is unknown to you. While you perceive challenging days as failures, I see them as opportunities for personal development. Every setback, every hardship, every renunciation, all of these things have been tallied, observed, and will be repaid. I know your heart was heavy. Nevertheless, you choose to have faith. You chose to hold on to my hand despite the lack of any indications. And I pay the greatest respect to this faith, this surrender in the dark. All the public triumphs are not as valuable as what you accomplished while no one was looking. Behind the scenes, your integrity was evident to me. I witnessed your kindness while you were also in need. For my sake, I witnessed you sacrifice what you want. None of this was overlooked. And we are currently remembering all of this. You don't realize how much more powerful you are now. It still hurts, I know that. I am aware that certain wounds still occasionally reopen. However, I am also aware of the power that was created within of you. And you weren't the source of that power. I put it there. It was my spirit that drove you to keep going every morning, even when you didn't feel like it. I was there, giving your thoughts hope with every decision you made to have confidence in the face of uncertainty. The turnaround is closer than you may imagine. I didn't shatter you, I just let the process happen. I let it help you develop. In order for you to be prepared to handle what I have prepared with maturity and wisdom when I unleash it. It's fantastic what comes to you. Additionally, you might not have been ready if I had given it earlier. You are now. You have been put to the test, and you passed. You stayed after being put to the test. And the one who remains with me always wins. Do you recall the moments when you believed it was over? It was not the end. They had to start over. It was a readjustment. Later on, everything would start to make sense at that very moment. And now more than ever, that later is in reach. I'm gathering up the pieces, repairing the damaged areas, and bringing back all that appeared to be gone. Silent things will grow. What appears to have been forgotten will be elevated. And all of the experiences will be included in the testimony that will change people's lives. Don't look back on the challenging times. No longer hate procedures. They are a component of the narrative that I wrote myself. A tale with a magnificent finale that is still being told. And you're just at the beginning of the tipping moment. I'm still leading you, and the sky is still watching you. And what I have decided for you cannot be stopped by anything. Remain with me. I have more to share with you yet. You requested a sign. This is the response to your honest plea, God, speak to me clearly. Show me that you are still with me. This word, this message, and this presence that is all around you right now are not coincidental. You weren't sent here by accident. My hand was it. Your request was directly addressed. What you sought was proof that heaven is still watching over your life. So pay close attention, it is. We haven't forgotten you. You weren't disregarded. The time of revelation is triumphing over the period of uncertainty. I observed you attempting to conceal your disappointment and maintaining your faith even when it appeared that nothing had changed. I witnessed your faith being put to the ultimate test. And for that reason, I'm speaking up right now. To let you know I was always available. That I was in charge, even while I remained silent. That I was preparing something greater than you could have ever dreamed, even in the absence of obvious indicators. At this point, the solution emerges from the unseen and starts to take shape. Before you go to sleep, you may have prayed, fasted, written in journals, or murmured for certain things. I listened to them all. Furthermore, the waiting period was not a rejection. It was getting ready. I was organizing the specifics. Hearts are being touched. Tearing down barriers. I now assert that the first piece of proof is on the horizon. Small nuances will reveal them. An action, a relationship, a concept, or a chance. It will be obvious to you when it occurs. Because, it is God, your spirit will attest. Your faith is prepared to take a different turn, which is why I sent you here. A more profound, solid, and miraculous path. The time has come to be a believer today. To stroll as though you've already been given it. Declare that you already own it. There is no room for doubt now. The promise that is being given to you is not compatible with insecurity. I asked you to believe. Must have faith till the very end. To live as a son, an heir, and a person who is aware of his identity and his place in the world. The financial modification you requested is now in effect. Generations of cycles of scarcity are being broken by me. The spiritual repeats that were impeding progress are being broken by me. I'm paving the way for you to live a free and meaningful life. With intelligence, not merely with resources. I want to teach you how to manage your blessings well, not merely bestow them upon you. Don't undervalue my abilities. Don't believe that you are too far, too little, or too sluggish. The extent of my power's operation is beyond your comprehension. So I'm asking you to simply believe. To be resilient. To maintain your focus on me rather than the situation. Believing that, despite the fact that the fruits have not yet materialized, everything has already begun. They'll arrive. Since the seed was sown. Furthermore, I am the harvest's Lord. I am aware of your most private demands. I am aware of how eager you have been to start anything new. And this is only the start. Now is the time. Therefore, please commemorate this day. I hope you will keep this term in mind. May this confirmation be etched in your heart. Comment right away at 7777 if you realize that this message is the indication you want. Fulfillment is represented by this number. Symbolizes the attainment of spiritual completeness. It symbolizes the completion of what started. This remark is more than simply a token gesture. It's a faith act. The sky moves in reaction to faith, and it's you telling heaven, I receive. I believe. I recognize that this word is for me. Obedience causes angels to move. When the promise and the heart are in harmony, the miracle is triggered. Some people will witness changes in their life but be unable to comprehend how they occurred. And because that's what's occurring right now, you'll say, it was God. A quiet yet potent act of God. Real, yet deep. Transformer, even before anyone could see it. And you'll bear it with appreciation and humility. Since I choose you. To experience something novel. To disrupt ingrained patterns. To demonstrate my continued allegiance. Keep an eye out. The signal you requested has been sent. That's only the first one. And there's more to come. Continue to listen. Remain with me. I have a lot more to show you. You believed it to be the end. When everything collapsed, when the earth vanished beneath your feet, when you were unable to pray as you once could. You thought everything was gone. However, I can tell you now that it wasn't the end. It was only the start. The very moment my hand began to behave even more irrationally. The area where my mercy started to show up was where your strength ran out. In actuality, my promise started to take shape the same moment you believed everything was gone. The enemy attempted to convince you that there was no way out, that I was far away, and that I had forgotten you. He did, however, lie. And now the light of truth is revealing that untruth. In actuality, I've been with you forever. I've been with you always. I was always in the know. And I was acting, even if you didn't notice. I was renewing you even when you felt like giving up. Because I am the God who transforms losses into testimony and ends into beginnings. Life sprouts on dry earth because of me. That one phrase can quiet storms. That creates opportunities where there were previously just walls. And I'm doing just that right now. I'm giving you access to a new spiritual realm. A window of trust. A window of opportunity. A window through which you can view beyond boundaries. Because those who see with their normal sight perceive difficulties, but those who see with their faith perceive the imminence of a miracle. It's not necessary for you to comprehend everything. All you have to do is believe. Rest in me, please. I am aware of the path. I am able to guide you. I am aware of the precise locations, individuals, relationships, and resources. All you have to do is give me everything. You don't have to be in charge of anything. True trust is a choice, not the absence of fear. It is to maintain your faith despite your shaking. Despite not knowing what the next step will be, it is still proceeding. And you've succeeded. And I respect that. Now is the moment to act as though you've already gotten it. Now is the moment to firmly proclaim that the promise is alive. Now is the moment to match your tongue to what the sky is letting forth. Don't announce defeat. Give up sowing uncertainty. Words carry power. Have trust when using them. Make use of them to draw in the things I promised you. Because amazing things happen when your lips and my heart are in harmony. You weren't meant to live on the precipice, on the verge of collapse, holding on to shattered hope. You are called to live with a confident heart, a rekindled hope, and a strong faith. And choosing to believe is the first step toward living that type of life. To have faith. To make a declaration. To live as though one had witnessed it, even if one's eyes haven't yet. Because the sky moves like that. Miracles occur in this manner. Your garment of grief is being exchanged for clothes of praise. I am laying the cloak of lightness upon you and removing the burden of tyranny. The realm of waiting is giving way to the realm of manifestation. You are undergoing a spiritual realignment. It is being made conscious of its mission. Furthermore, no experience gained thus far will be in vain. Everything will be put to use. It will all make sense. Everything will work out for the better. I would now want to extend an invitation to you to join the movement that I am currently igniting. Give this message to a loved one. This individual could be going through exactly what you went through. You could feel like everything is over and be at the brink of despair. And she may be able to reach heaven by her attitude. My actions will have a greater impact if I release this word. And a miracle is the result of all that is magnified in love. The harvest you see tomorrow will be the result of the trust you exhibit now. What you let go of today will be the seed of change for you and many others. Share, then. Perform this action out of compassion, obedience, and faith. And I stretch my hand over your life as you extend yours to someone. Remain with me. And there's more. And what I'm going to share will touch on things you didn't realize still needed to be healed. I'm delving farther. Because you have my undying love. Because I won't have to stop working on you. It's only the beginning. There is a change in you. Something profound has changed inside of you, even if you aren't aware of it yet. You are stronger today because of what previously pulled you down. What perplexed you now makes you more mature. I shaped you, very carefully. Every hardship he went through, every stillness he experienced, and every door he closed was a deliberate step in a process. It wasn't a penalty. It was getting ready. It wasn't desertion. It was stoning. You are the vessel in my hands, and I am the potter. And before being filled with splendor, every vessel of honor must first endure fire. I let the furnace burn what would not be useful to you in the future, not kill you. Your inside being was cleansed by the tears you poured. That which is eternal was made possible by the losses you endured. You will still comprehend how the agony that seemed to weaken you actually made you stronger. I took off the loose part. I severed the surplus. What was out of place, I aligned. You are too valuable to be abandoned in your current state, not because you were undeserving. Fire is necessary for gold to show its brilliance. And in order to find the power I placed within you, you had to endure what you did. You now have scars from your ability to overcome. And they will all serve as evidence of what I did to you. You requested clarification. I also helped you grow. You requested answers. I also bestowed intelligence to you. You requested to leave the storm. I also showed you how to walk on water. Today, you have a different faith. It was constructed with tenacity, tears, and faith in the face of overwhelming odds. And I'm glad about it. Because when your heart was put to the test, it held up well. You made the decision to trust despite the suffering. And I value that much. You're prepared to embrace the new. You'll see now why so many routes had to be closed. Why did so many of your desires not come to pass? I was defending you. I was setting you up for greater things. What you believed you had lost is nothing compared to what is about to happen. Waiting was not a waste of time. The seed was planted in rich soil. It's time to harvest now. I elevated you from the position of a survivor to one with spiritual authority. Your voice matters. There are roots to your religion. My presence is more sensitive to your heart. And that is more valuable than any accomplishment on earth. Because you will know how to use it when I share what I have planned. You'll be aware of how to handle it. You'll understand how to remain. Because you now recognize yourself in me. His identity was attempted to be erased by the adversary. He attempted to persuade you that you were forgetful, weak, and unable. But now you are aware that you have been selected. You have strength. You're protected. And what was formed by suffering and solidified by faith cannot be undone. You will not be rocked by what I am putting in you. as it is based on rock. It's ingrained in me. I also don't change. It's time to breathe deeply and gaze forward. The worst is over. The lessons are still there. The presence is still there. And the promise is drawing near. As a seasoned father, I am guiding you securely. There's nothing to be afraid of. Because the person who endured the fire and maintained their faith is prepared to bear the glory. Additionally, please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you recognize that this is your moment. This goes beyond a simple click. It is a symbol of spirituality. You're saying, I receive what God is releasing. You return to the core of my will every time you visit. And I want you to stay there, aligned, firm, self-assured, and ready. It's almost harvest time. We're activating promises. And I'm not done telling you yet. Remain with me. What you are beginning to sense on the inside will be confirmed by the following word. Because I am devoted to finishing all the wonderful things I have started. And I have a long way to go. Do you recall Joseph's story? That young guy had lofty aspirations, but his life was completely upended. He was sold as a slave, deceived by his own siblings, cast into a pit, falsely charged, and arbitrarily arrested. The promises he had in his heart seemed to be at odds with everything around him. However, he stayed. Jose maintained his faith while being surrounded by injustice. He continued to believe even while incarcerated. He was aware that I had remembered him, even if men had forgotten him. You could be experiencing his emotions. Perplexed. False. Surrounded by circumstances that don't match the aspirations I instilled in your heart. You appear to see no way out as you glance about. However, I want you to realize something important. Even when it appeared like everything was going wrong, Jose remained at the core of my strategy. The promise became closer with every tumble. The road to exaltation included every humiliation. Every quiet was a silent creation of my magnificence. It has also been that way with you. People might not comprehend your path. People may have made snap judgments about you based on what they observed, but they are unaware of your innermost thoughts. The dreams I offered you are unknown to them. I made pledges over their life, but they didn't hear them. Additionally, all apparent delays are actually alignments. Refinement includes anything that appears to be punishment. I'm molding you into a magnificent being. Furthermore, where you are now is not where you will end up. It's only a portion of the path. Jose and you were split apart to live something bigger. However, you have to go through seasons that challenge your beliefs, fortify your character, and show who you are in private before you reach that point. When everything is going smoothly, it's simple to believe. True faith, however, is shown in the prisons of life. And this religion has been made known by you. Despite everything around you telling you to quit up, you continue to watch me. Behind the scenes, you have shown faithfulness. And for that reason, I will also continue to be true to you. Jose's arrival in the palace was not coincidental. He stood his ground, and he got there. Because he maintained his vision despite the pandemonium. He was still interpreting dreams while incarcerated. Even without acknowledgement, he made use of his abilities. And the sky was drawn to this quiet honesty. That's also the case with you. I witnessed you blessing those in need. I witnessed you praying for them despite your personal suffering. I witnessed your silent assistance, unacknowledged forgiveness, and unanswered waiting. There is everlasting worth in all of this. The suffering you went through prepared you, not broke you. You were strengthened rather than diminished by your losses. You became older as a result of the waiting, not slower. I am aware of my actions. In addition, the same God who freed Joseph from jail and appointed him governor of Egypt is also the one who is saying to you, I will raise you up, and it will happen quickly. It will be open to the public. And nobody can claim that I wasn't the one. You don't have to comprehend every element as you go. All you have to do is have faith in whomever wrote the path. I never create plans that don't work out. I don't make things up as I go along. I will fulfill what I stated. It may seem far away now, but I am drawing you nearer every day. It's almost time for a promotion. And all of your experiences will serve as a potent testament. Hearing your tale will heal people. Through what you have learned from my suffering, lives will be healed. Therefore, consider Jose's path and acknowledge that you are also undergoing a positioning process. The last say does not belong to injustice. Its worth is not determined by abandonment. Incarceration is temporary. The promise is intact. And you're closer than you believe to witnessing it. Continue to walk with a steady heart. Continue to truly seek me out. Continue to believe despite all evidence to the contrary. Because I will treat you the same way I treated Joseph. And when it does, you'll know why every nay, every quiet, and every tear occurs. As all of this was a part of the planning for the future. Furthermore, what's about to happen is considerably more significant than anything you've ever encountered. I agree with you. And until I keep my end of the bargain, I won't give up. You lost all you had. No silent renunciation, no act of faith, and no prayer went unrecognized. In reality, what appeared to be buried was being fed. I was secretly tending to the seed. And I was there even when it felt like the earth was hard, even when the days were long and no fruits showed up. Waiting for the ideal moment to emerge, watering with elegance, and guarding with devotion. And now is the moment. The seed will soon explode. I preserved what you believed to be dead. I was only waiting for the appropriate moment to rescue what you believed you had lost. And now is the moment. There is a significant spiritual movement taking on, even if you cannot see all that goes on beneath the surface of the planet. Despite the stillness, your commitment is paying off. You are being rewarded for enduring hardship. Heaven never abandoned you. He kept making investments in you. For the seed, every cry was like rain. Every obedient step was like a light that nourishes and fortifies development. And I gave you strength in your feet even when you felt like giving up. When it seemed like it was time to stop, I held you up. You are now going to have an experience that seemed too far for a long time. Your nearly forgotten promises are now resurfacing. I didn't take back the words I spoke into your life. They're still alive. They're still whole. And they will soon be realized. Doors will open for you to see. Paths will be created for you to view. You will see the re-establishment of relationships, the emergence of ideas, and the creation of possibilities. And this will all be fulfilled. It won't just happen. There will be a response. Harvest will be here. On the inside, I was fortifying your roots, even if you would not have noticed much improvement on the outside for some time. And because you waited faithfully, you are now ready to produce a bountiful crop. I'll place you in roles that didn't seem possible before. I'll show you areas that you couldn't see on your own. Because it will be my favor, not human merit, that will bring exaltation. It is a spiritual watershed day. Your narrative starts to change today. What was trapped begins to flow now. The blackness starts to brighten. You'll come to understand that the shift is mostly within you rather than merely in the surroundings. Your heart will beat more gently. You'll be able to see better. You will experience a new degree of faith. Since you made the decision to go on. Because you persisted. When you look back, you'll realize that even the quiet times were handled. Even times when there were no answers provided security. You will now live at a time when the sky will be open and the harvest will arrive in full force. With grace, what you planted with trust will grow. Joy will blossom in what you watered with sorrow. Because I am your story's Lord and I will bring you success. Don't dwell on the past's unsuccessful endeavors. It's a new time. It's a different season. And I'm doing something completely different now. It won't take as much work on your part. So it's a favor now. It's accelerating. It is a door that opens on its own without assistance. It was God. Only God could do it like this, will be your realization when it occurs. It is your responsibility to keep having faith. Continue to believe. Continue to truly seek me out. Doing the impossible is what I do. I'm doing it, too. Don't wait for the perfect time any longer. Now is the moment. Additionally, you are already getting the perfect message at the right time and place. Enjoy this video if this message validated your feelings. What is being released is sealed by this mindset. It's a simple yet profound move, akin to announcing, I take over. Heaven comes closer to you each time you take a leap of faith. And He's already moving now. Remain vigilant. I have more to come out. And the following step will be much more profound. Because the fruit has not yet appeared, but the seed has burst. It will also be plentiful. I swear to you. And I fulfill my promises. You've been bearing a burden that doesn't appear to be getting lighter. The ideas keep coming to mind. It's been a long night. Even the peaceful times seem boisterous from the inside out. I understand. I am aware. What no one else sees, I know. Your calm, your clarity, and your hope have all been targeted by anxiety. There are days when you are so overcome with terror that you are unable to breathe. However, I come today as your Father, your haven, and your source of serenity. And I say this, you will no longer be controlled by anxiety. You were not made to exist on the verge of disintegration. He wasn't supposed to be on guard all the time. You were called to rest in me. To believe that I'm acting even when you can't see it. Control is what anxiety thrives on. But yielding is the birth of peace. I thus extend an invitation to you to give me everything that has been disturbing you at night, everything that has taken away your tranquility, and everything that you are unable to handle on your own. You weren't meant to bear worries. Cast all anxiety on me, for I care for you. I am the one who extends this invitation, and it is genuine. It's there. It never changes. Even when everything appeared out of order, I remained with you. And now I am pouring down upon you a peace that transcends reason, a calm that is independent of situations, a peace that protects the heart and the intellect. Your spirit is aching to sleep. And I'm providing just that right now. A rest that serves as a haven rather than a means of escape. A rest based on faith rather than rejection. Because I work while you sleep. I'll figure things out while you relax. I act while you deliver. My tranquility is not brittle. When faced with terrible news, life's hardships, or external pressures, she remains resilient. I'm a solid peacemaker. Unchangeable. Whole. You don't need to act like everything is alright anymore. Being vulnerable in front of me is okay. Nobody knows what you can tell me. It has the ability to leak everything inside. Since I comprehend. Thank you. I don't condemn your emotions. I give you a hug for continuing to experience it. When things appear out of control, I give you strength. I want you to inhale deeply and give in immediately. Accept this tranquility. Accept this presence. Accept the remainder that is given to you from above. You are being guided by someone in charge of everything, so you are not losing control. And I am that someone. The universe's creator. The one who keeps everything alive. The person who understands your needs before you ever express them. And now I tell you, don't be afraid. I agree with you. I am a haven for you. Your rock is me. And nothing at all, can take you away from my watchful eye. It is not only a far-off promise when Philippians 4 verse 7 states, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. It is the reality of the moment. Your life is now being released into this tranquility. You're going where fear was concealed. Where anxiety had caused pain, it is now mending. It involves clearing the spaces tainted by ongoing anxiety. Experience the lightness. Take note of the relief. Now I'm doing it. And I want you to be a conduit for that tranquility. Tell someone who needs to hear this message. People who are close to you are also feeling exhausted, stifled, and incapable of coping. And they may have been waiting for just one word. Be that tool. Give up that tranquility. Share this concern. Because you get more of my presence when you plant alleviation. You won't have to live under strain anymore. You'll be protected. You'll move slowly. You'll be able to breathe easily. You won't have any doubts when you wake up. Because you are being renewed by me. I'm getting your equilibrium back. I'm guiding you into a new peaceful era. The storm is over. The bonanza is on the horizon. Join me here. More will be revealed in the future. Deeper seas are still out there for you to explore. Additionally, your soul will fully rest throughout that plunge. You spent so much time trying to manage everything. He prepared, tried, and looked for every option. Nevertheless, things became unmanageable. And I gave in to it. To teach you, not to make you feel bad. To demonstrate that choosing to trust may lead to a much lighter, richer, and safer existence. To trust is to persevere. To deliver with faith is to trust. It's understanding that I'm still in control even if you can't see the way. The boat is where you are. However, I am the one responsible for the direction. I continue to steer even when the waves are rising and the wind feels too powerful. Though frightening, the storm has no power to alter fate. Fear may scream, but it won't stop me from speaking. All you need to go over this water is my presence, which is why I keep saying, fear not. I am here. You don't have to comprehend the rationale behind everything. All you have to do is keep in mind who is with you. The same God who opens the sea is currently by your side. And I'll open it again if I have to. I'll quiet the storm if I have to. I'll make you walk on water if I have to. Because my presence is the strongest thing there is. My guidance is the safest option. The best miracles occur when you learn to trust, even if you've been asking for them. It is when you relax even if you haven't solved everything yet, not when everything is resolved. The sky moves most violently there. Because I am most joyful when I have confidence that trusts without seeing. My finest fruit is planted on the soil of trust. And I'd want to encourage you to sow confidence today. Living as though they are certain they are in capable hands. You weren't designed to bear everything by yourself. You don't own the weight you feel. Because you felt you had to take care of everything, you took it on. Now, however, I free you from this. Because I walk gently, and so does anybody who walks with me. People that have faith in me don't have to be concerned about every little thing. I handle the specifics. I foresee issues. I set up exits before you were even aware that there would be one. As you choose to trust and simply breathe, doors are being opened. Your heart is giving way to mine, and there are answers waiting for you. Because you are resting, healing, guidance, and provision are coming, not because you are pushing for them. Passivity is not rest. It's a mature faith. It is the realization that I am God. And I take control when you give it to me. Additionally, you are not late, I would like to remind you. Nothing has been lost by you. I have power over time. I can magnify what was tiny, speed up what is stuck, and restore what was gone. However, faith is the first action. Give me the wheel. Allow me to serve as your advisor. Give up observing the breezes. Take a look at me. The God who promised you is me. I haven't changed either. Breathing will be easier for you. You'll be able to make judgments more clearly. You'll live in more tranquility. Because the body rests when the spirit trusts. The mind aligns when the heart yields. This alignment is currently taking place. I'm organizing your life. I'm moving you about. I'm strengthening you. You won't feel ashamed. You'll be taken by surprise. If this message resonated with you and you want to hear more from Paradise, then subscribe to the channel right now. this goes beyond substance alone. Connection is key. Every time you come back, you sound more like me. Every phrase serves as a seed. Moreover, seeds produce fruit. Fruits of direction, faith, and tranquility. You're headed in the correct direction. I'm walking beside you, too. Don't question what I'm constructing. Don't turn around. Don't doubt each move. Simply have faith. And where there was just uncertainty, you will witness marvels. It's not finished yet. There is yet the best to come. And what I have been preparing for from the start is going to happen to you. Remain with me. What remains to be restored will be discussed in the next section. I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. It's not the loudest shouting religion that gets you to paradise. Not even the one who has memorized every verse. It is not the belief of the powerful, the unquestioning, or the people who seem to have everything under control. The faith that perseveres when everything appears to be against you is the faith that takes you to paradise. It is faith that weeps yet never gives up. Who trusts despite not understanding. Who choose to follow while feeling scared. I honor this religion, which may seem insignificant to others, but to me it is enormous. Because you occasionally feel worn out, depressed, or perplexed, you could think that your faith is weak. She is wonderful, though, I assure you. Since you remain here, my voice is still audible to you. It continues to thrive on my presence. And I'm already pleased about it. Lack of emotion is not the same as faith. It's an everyday decision. Opening your eyes and saying, I don't see yet, but I believe, or rising without strength and saying, God is still good, are examples of it. I don't expect you to be flawless. I'm awaiting delivery right now. Words learned by heart are not as valuable as a willing heart. A soul that has been given up is more valuable than 1,000 falsehoods. What's within is what I see. I see the internal conflict, the day-to-day fight, and the decision to persevere. And my heart is moved by it. Because I'm keeping your steps steady while you're still there, even if you're stumbling. You may use me as your foundation. Your framework has my support. There have been days when everything appears unclear, when your ideas are jumbled, and when your feelings are erratic. But you have been looking for me even now. He has offered heartfelt, although brief, prayers even at these times. And I get all of them. No prayer was disregarded. Not a tear was shed in vain. I gather all the cries. I react with honesty to every manifestation of faith. The state of your heart has a far greater influence on the fulfillment of the promises you have been waiting for than the circumstances surrounding you. I am independent of good conditions. Perfect situations are not necessary for me to act. Where there are no pathways, I make them. Where there were just walls, I open doorways. However, I normally make all the internal changes before making any external changes. Because nothing can bring you down when you're strong on the inside. And I've done just that with you. Your trust has been strengthened by me. Your roots are deeper because of me. I have taught you to trust even when you don't know, to believe even when you don't know, and to take a break even when everything seems to be against you. And now it's time to produce results. After being put to the test, your trust will finally be rewarded. You will witness firsthand what I have long since planned. You will see the impossibly feasible come to pass. You trusted even when you were unsure of what to do, not because you did everything perfectly. Do you recall Abraham? He had a belief that was contrary to hope. He didn't question it, even when everything indicated that it was too late. This religion was also seen as virtuous. Thus, it will also apply to you. You are about to enter a period in which your beliefs about the secret will become apparent. I am the fulfilling God. I am the Lord who rewards those who put their faith in me. And your tale will be marked by what I'm about to do to you. Remain resilient. Now don't stop. Don't turn around. You're not by yourself. I agree with you. And nothing can stop you if I'm beside you. Be aware that everything is already changing on the inside, even if it may appear the same from the outside. Something in the sky was triggered by your faith. And things are going your way. Keep going. It will be worth every moment of waiting for what I have in store. And you'll realize that everything went just as planned when it does. Since my ideas are flawless. I have a strong will. Additionally, I shall fulfill my pledge. You won't feel irritated. You'll be taken by surprise. Because I do it with those who have faith in me all the way through. And one of those is you. I understand. I am aware. I give. I'm not done yet, either. Remain here. I have more to share about you yet. My partnership with you remains intact. Even if you have doubts. Even when you considered quitting. Notwithstanding his belief that he was no longer deserving. I never failed to fulfill my commitments. The promise I made for your life was never broken. Your consistency is not a prerequisite for my loyalty. Yesterday, today, and forever, I am the same. I'm here today to remind you that it's still true. It's still going strong. I still stand by what I stated about you. None of this negated what I had built, even if you had pulled away, remained mute, or felt weak. Time does not shatter my partnership. It transcends deserts, seasons, and setbacks. Because my love, which is unfailing, was the basis for it. You weren't my choice because of your merits. I choose you because of who you are. And that remains unchanged. The palm of my hand still bears your name. To offer you a future and a hope, Jeremiah 29 verse 11 states, I know the plans I have for you, plans for peace and not for evil. These plans have not been cancelled. They're still alive. Resources. In progress. Even if you're not aware of it. Even if you're still unsure of how everything will work out. I am aware. I have the entire map. And I'm helping you get there, one step at a time. You've considered quitting on several occasions. Have you ever doubted that you actually heard me? Have you ever questioned whether it was all in your head? However, I respond to you today, that wasn't fantasy. It was enlightening. It was seed. The word itself was alive. And now it's coming back to you as confirmation. For what belongs to me is never lost. Even though it could appear dormant, I can rekindle the fire with a single word. And now, I'm spreading that word. You're not running late. It comes just in time. You're ready for what I'm going to do because of everything that has transpired so far. You learned from the falls. You were formed by the hardships. You grew up during the breaks. You are now prepared to go with a firmer spirit and a more sensitive heart. The pledge remains unchanged. But you've changed since then. You are thus prepared to accept it in its entirety. Do you recall the dreams you put on hold? Do you recall the phrases that felt so distant? I'm returning everything. I'm moving stuff around. Bringing back the things you believed were vanished. And I do it with perfection when I do it. Since I don't compromise on anything. I'll finish it if I began it. I will keep my word if I made one. I would speak up if I could. And now I want you to stand up. May you say that you have faith. I hope you tell yourself in heaven that you are still waiting, believing, and trusting. Now leave a comment, I think the promise is real. Make this a statement of faith. Remind yourself of your own essence. A reaction to what I'm now engaging. There is more to this statement than just a sentence. It is a stance of spirituality. The statement is, I haven't given up. I'm still here. And I'm still here because you are. I'm exhausted, but I'm still guiding you since you didn't let go of my hand. I keep mending your damaged heart because you still seek me out. The coalition is in operation. Additionally, what is being rebuilt within you will serve as the cornerstone for the external construction. Prepare yourself. And there's more. And my love's signature is on what's to come. Remain with me. I'll continue to show you everything I had planned for you from the start. I am bringing a harvest period into your life. A moment when all that was sown with renunciation, trust, and tears will start to grow. You believed that you were planting in the emptiness, but the sky was documenting every action, every prayer, and every decision to stick with something when everything told you to give up. It was all for nothing. There was nothing lost. Now, everything is returning in greater quantities. You believed it to be only survival, but it was actually loyalty. You believed you were by yourself, but I was observing you, putting your fortitude to the test, and laying the groundwork. Now, prepare yourself, I say. Because your sperm is about to get wet. You receive a response on your waiting. Where there was prior shortage, provision appears. Where there was turmoil, there is peace. Where there was just separation, there is reconciliation. Where there was fatigue, there is renewal. I'm not simply promising to ease. It is bursting at the seams. I am the abundant God. I am the one who transforms fear into faith, shortage into plenty, and tears into laughter. And I won't treat you poorly. I'll go above and beyond what you asked. Since I've witnessed your constancy. Despite your hardship, I witnessed your charity. I witnessed your decision to sow while having a broken heart. I'm fair, too. I'm dependable. Nothing goes unanswered by me. This day will stick in your memory. This term will stick in your memory. This is the precise moment you will remember. Since it will be the start of something fresh. Clear indicators will start to emerge, such as doors opening, individuals resurfacing, ideas flowing, resources arriving, and pathways aligning. And this will only be the first step. Only the initial downpour. Because a season of plenty is on the horizon. Don't let the past few challenging days fool you. The worst darkness frequently before the morning. And the light is going to rise over the chilly, depressing, and forgotten parts of your life. I'm making you happy again. I'm giving you back your lightness. I'm offering you a fresh viewpoint. The burden of anxieties will no longer be dragging you down. With thankfulness in your heart and trust in your eyes, you will walk tall. There is more to the next harvest than simply material. It's sentimental. It has a spiritual component. This period is one of steadiness, clarity, and revitalized purpose. You'll rediscover who you are. You will be able to identify yourself once more. The small things will be enjoyable to you. You will dream once again because something has been restored within you, not because anything has changed on the outside. I am fully healing you. So my blessing is full. Avoid attempting to calculate what I'm going to do. Don't attempt to influence the outcome. Simply accept. Simply have faith. Just get your heart ready to see. Because a lot of people will witness what I do to you. They'll also realize it was me. And you won't have to convince anyone of anything. Your own life will serve as tangible evidence of what I did. Your tale will serve as evidence of my might. Many people who are now as you were yesterday will find encouragement in your path. Enjoy this video now if this term resonated with you. It's more than simply a gesture. It's a faith act. You are expressing, I receive. I own. Every act of faith is a key that unlocks paradise. My heart is moved by every straightforward attitude with sincere aim. And I reply with promises honored when you answer my voice. It is already raining. And it's not going to end anytime soon. Remain with me. I have more to share yet. As the finest is still to come. And all I have prepared is ready for you to live. It's harvest time for you. Renowned. Express gratitude. And prepare for more. For I am the God of multiplicity. And I proclaim today that you will harvest with joy all that you sown with suffering. Breathe deeply once again. You are in hallowed territory. All of what you have heard thus far was a meeting rather than merely a message. A visit. A readjustment between heaven and your heart. Every promise was an answer, every word was a seed, and every touch of my hand was a reminder that you are just where you should be. There was no time error. The plan was not delayed. What appeared to be the conclusion was actually the start of something very remarkable. The way you enter a moment is not how you exit it. You have awoken, sparked, or realigned something within of you. There is yet hope. Faith was bolstered. The pulse of certainty returned to your chest. And that's only the start. I'm still doing this to you. It continues after the video concludes. The experience is not restricted to feelings. It is something that will permeate your days, choices, and interpersonal interactions. Since I'm the one guiding you, a period of stillness is coming to an end, and a period of revelation is beginning. He is getting new clothing and letting go of the weight. You are trading confidence for dread. In the spirit, you are taking on a new role. The believer's position. From those who are aware that they are not walking alone. From someone who understands that the helm is secure in my hands regardless of how strong the winds get. And all of the promises will come to pass. It's because I'm faithful, not because you deserve it. Because you persevered, not because you always did it perfectly. And whomever stays inside of me produces fruit when it's time. And the river is planting you. And I will supply myself with all I need to thrive. I will deliver whether it's power, guidance, or supply. Just in time. In the ideal manner. Keep developing this faith. Encourage that optimism. Reject any falsehoods that attempt to convince you that nothing will change. He's saying, yes. It has already begun. Already, things are shifting. The environment around you has changed. Because I left my imprint onto you. And everything changes where my presence comes in. I'll continue our detailed conversation. In casual discussions, in sections you read, and in hints that are only clear to you. As we are now nearer. And I'm not going to leave. I want to go even further with you, actually. Closer still. Even closer to what my heart desires. And return here when you think there is no more hope. Come back to this shrine that we constructed together. Remind yourself that you were chosen, called, set apart, and cherished with unending love. You won't be able to avoid what I have planned. What I have begun will not be stopped by anything. Breathe deeply. Let your heart be touched by this moment. Because something exceptional is just getting started.